must be early morning for you in Toronto. So how are you?
I am good, Karan. How are you? Yeah, it's quite early here. It's still 9:40 in the morning. So yeah, just woken up, but yeah, things are good.
Great. So first of all, thanks a lot for taking out time early morning and agreeing to share your experience working with Lilac Buds with our viewers. So Divyansh, I would request you to start with a quick introduction of yourself.
Yeah, sure. So basically, hi everyone. I'm Divyansh Gupta. I come from New Delhi, India. I have done my undergraduation in Bachelor's of Business Administration with majors in marketing. After that, I did a diploma in data science, and along with that, I was working as a data analyst for more than 2 years with a company named Aon. Uh, I plan on getting to upskill myself by enrolling or applying for my master's, specifically for Canada. So I shortlisted a few universities like York University, University of British Columbia, which offers Masters in Business Analytics program. And yeah, so now I've got into York University and I'm starting my master's in business analytics technically from tomorrow. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's about
Exciting.
it.
So just probably a couple of weeks back, you would have landed in Toronto, right?
Yeah, I actually landed in just a week back and I'm still trying to settle in. I mean, I'm still doing the shifting. I'm still actually currently staying in the hotel, but I'll be shifting to an apartment very soon. So yeah.
Great. So, Divyansh, you mentioned that you'll be starting with your master's in business analytics from York from tomorrow onwards, right? So, could you let the viewers know a bit more about the other universities which you applied to, and if you happen to have got any scholarship?
Yeah, so I actually I mean, I applied into two universities only, as I said, York and UBC. And I actually got an offer letter from both the universities.
Okay.
University of British Columbia is in Vancouver, as people would know, and York University is in Toronto. So one of the reasons why I chose York was because of the geographical location, Toronto over
Yeah.
Vancouver. It's the financial capital of the country. So one of the reasons was that. And also, yeah, I received a scholarship from York University, which was an international school award, a
Okay.
grant of 10,000 Canadian dollars. And it was basically given to me because of my academic qualifications and along with the professional work experience that I carried. So, yes.
Great. So, Divyansh, you've successfully gone through the admission journey very recently. So let's take you probably a year back or 8 months back when you would be looking to enroll with consultants for your master's application journey. So at that time, could you help me understand why did you decide to move ahead with Lilac Bucks?
Yeah, so I would say this was around September when I think October 2023 when I gave my GRE. I was not very satisfied with my GRE score because the universities required around 315 plus score and I scored a
Yeah.
300. And I was a bit I mean I had apprehensions that will I be able to get into the universities. And then Lilac Bud was one of the consultants that I touched based upon or had a word with, and
Okay.
I really liked the first conversation that I had, and that was with Rajiv, one of the co-owners of Lilac Birds, because I think he somewhere down the line understood what was expected of me and what I actually required, rather than just selling his or their services. So then I actually moved forward with that because he actually, even before paying, he told me, like, you know what, all you have to do before we start with your application, which was a sort of a homework I did with the universities, checked on to about the requirements, what is needed, and do I fulfill those requirements? So we can shortlist only the universities that I can apply to or I can get into. So I mean, he helped me shortlisting York and UBC,
Yeah.
and then we so forth like move forward. And one of the one conversations I initially had with Rajiv was because he asked me very honestly like what I want to do post the masters, and I told him like yeah I really want to go into the tech consulting and something of similar
Hmm.
sort, and
Okay.
he made me realize like what these universities want from their applicants. So he gave me a newer perspective, like what these universities actually look for. He's like, everybody else is like, I think 90% of the students would gonna say the same thing, that we want to go into consulting. But how
Yeah.
you stand out, you have to make that sell. And I think
Yeah.
that's what Rajiv did very well with my application. I mean, the all the SOPs and everything, when I actually read once everything was done, it really like you get a happiness from inside. I think that
Yeah.
was there with me because I was actually happy to see, because I also applied to a couple of UK universities last year, uh, but although I didn't go for that, but that like that back then what the SOPs I wrote and what Rajiv helped me and Lilac Bird helped me writing in it, it was pretty amazing, I would say. And like I could see like why I'm paying the services, so I
Hmm.
could see the difference and why it's worth it. So yeah.
Okay. Great. So I'll for sure pass on your positive feedback to Mr. Rajiv about the support which he provided. And would you like to talk a bit more about the admissions consulting portal which we use at Lilac Buds? How did that make your life easier?
Yeah, I think one of the again like the advantages of Lilac Bud was the portal, because with that portal you can just access all of your documents, all of your SOPs, everything at one single place, and
Yeah.
you don't always have to like probably look into your mails, or you have to just find the physical copies. Everything was there, and even like people from the Lilac Buds team can access those resources. So without any hassles, everything was available at just one portal. And yeah, it actually helped me in a lot of times, because sometimes there was a deadline and I had to submit a few documents. And
Yeah.
rather than finding them where they are saved, I just had to log into the portal and just download a copy and just upload it there. So it was a nice, a link between the counselor and the applicant or the student. So I'm pretty
Okay.
happy. And also, like, it has zero bugs, which is a, a rare thing like to find in websites these days. So yeah, it was a pretty smooth and efficient portal, I'd say.
Great. So Divyansh, when you're applying for a top university abroad, it's a very rigorous journey, right? And during that process, you're learning a lot about your own self as well. There are a lot of introspection exercises. What do you want to do after your degree? How will you plan all that stuff? And it's a bit of a risk as well, right? Because there are always plans, but what if they don't go the right way? So, from your journey, uh, if you were to share your nuggets of wisdom with other students who will be looking at this video, what would those be?
I think one of them would be definitely like you have to be very confident with yourself.
Yeah.
Uh, as I said, like my GRE score wasn't the best, and I was scared that will even any universities will accept me. But I think it's not the end of the world if
Yeah.
you don't get the desired score or the desired university. I think it's all about you just have to be very authentic and be honest what you have done. And I feel if you can do that right, I feel even the best of the colleges will not accept you. So like not let you in. So that is one of the wisdoms I can probably provide to other students. And also I think yeah, it's a very rigorous process. Again with the the visa process
Yeah.
as well. Lilac First team was quite helpful to me. So I mean, if people think that they can do the whole visa process on their own, it's pretty good. They can. But I mean, the Lilac Bird team also provide visa help as well. So if you feel any sort of hesitation that how we will do this, you can definitely opt for that as well, because they were very helpful till the last date. Like, I still remember the day before the flight, I called the counselor, and she was really helpful. And yeah, she still is. Like, I'm still in touch with her. So like, if I text her with anything, she always responds back. So yeah, I think anybody coming to Lilac Buds, they are in very good hands and should, without any doubts, like, go for it, because they actually understand your needs rather than just trying to, make money or something like that. So,
Great. Divyansh, I would just like to say that thanks a lot for answering all my questions patiently and candidly sharing your feedback working with my team, be it your counselor, be it experience with the product, be it experience with the value added services team. And in the end, I would just say that all the best for your study abroad journey, Divyansh. And whenever you need any support from our side, we are there. Thanks
yeah,
a lot for taking.
definitely. Thank you so much. Please take care.
Thank you. Bye.